I was at Homestead Correctional Institution in Homestead, Florida. I was sexually assaulted and beaten and drugged across the compound naked by 3 officers. I reported it, made them call the police. There is a police report. I was told by Joshua Weintraub, oh, we can't say anything about it right now. I promise you, after the Aurelia Wilson case, we're going to press charges and have them arrested. Well, after the Aurelia Wilson case, they did nothing, and nothing was ever done. So I guess there's no justice. I guess the Constitution doesn't apply to women in prison. They're raped, beaten, and tortured, and it doesn't matter. Oh, in Lowell Correctional Institution, for years, all this is public records. All the grievances I filed on you motherfuckers, you corrupt motherfuckers, that Sergeant Kearney, remember when you handcuffed me and handcuffed all my friends, and you broke one girl's arm and you pushed me down the stairs and split my head open? You bitch. You did that when we were handcuffed behind our back, pussy ass bitch. Why you don't do that to people, like, right up in their face? Because half you motherfuckers, you get a thrill off that shit. I reported this shit for years. Well, guess what, America? 2 women just died at Lowell Correctional Institution for the same officer that I wrote up for years. The death threat, me, other inmates, and it's just a way of life there. They beat them, they rape them, and Lowell and all the high officials in Tallahassee, they sweep it under the rug. They sweep it under the rug. And I have been threatened that if I tell the truth, that I will spend the rest of my life in prison. America, I am in fear of my life. They just killed my friend at Lowell Correctional Institution. They beat her to death. Okay, I reported these same officers. They tortured me. I've been sexually assaulted at least 3 times, beaten so many times, my head split. Crazy stuff. Nobody ever did anything. Why? Why, America? Is that like what we're sentenced to? I don't understand. And then at Homestead, I was sexually assaulted naked by 3 staff members. Well, guess what? One of those staff members, and yes, Mr. Clay, I'm talking about you, you little fucking tall, perverted bastard. Mr. Evans, you abusive motherfucker. You hit your woman. You hit Miss Thomas. You hit your woman. You did. I seen that. And, you know, Sergeant Como, you sexually assaulted me. And then Sergeant Como got fired later for misappropriate things with an inmate. So I was supposed to be able to press charges, but I wasn't allowed because I was an inmate. So you're allowed to rape women in prison? America, is that true? I just want to know. I'm just curious. Okay? Well, Joshua Weintraub told me that they were going to arrest them and press charges. Well, after I got out of prison, they said they didn't care. It was no big deal. It wasn't their problem. And I wasn't allowed to have justice on my rapist, on my assaulters. Okay? And Joshua Weintraub, why did you lie about that? What was the big deal? Why couldn't you just do your job? Because I was an inmate? Well, guess what? That same officer has threatened me out here. I have received death threats that if I stay in the area that he will have me killed by his crew, his posse. Okay? And I reported this to you and you did nothing. Okay? I am in fear of my life from the Miami State Attorney's Office, America. They have sent corrupt cops to my door. I am in fear that one of those cops will just, when I open the door, just shoot me. Because Joshua Weintraub and Abby Rifkin and Tammy Forrest want me to be quiet. Part of my plea agreement to get out of prison off of natural life was that I had to sign a gag order. I'm breaking that gag order. But wait a minute, America, don't I have freedom of speech? The Constitution states that I have freedom of speech. Why am I not allowed to talk? Why can't I publish my book, Forever Aurelia? Why? Okay, what do you have to hide, Josh, that you people made me sign a plea agreement? It's public record, America. What do you have to hide that you don't want me to talk about? Well, I'll tell you, you motherfucker, you little perverted bastard. You got a blowjob. You got sexual favors from me and Maggie Carr for years. And you promised her freedom. Did you think I would get out and forget about my friend? You thought I would betray. You thought I'd be so giddy that I was free, that I would forget somebody that I love and that is a good woman, and I know her case, and I know you motherfuckers set her up because you told me the whole story. See, there's one thing about Joshua Weintraub, America, is he can't hold water. He tells everything. I know every corrupt case in that office. I know every single thing. that goes on in that office. I know how they operate, and I know there are a lot of people sitting in prison for murder that don't deserve to be in prison. That they get raises. They get Abby Rifkin. She will become judge if she puts an innocent woman, Janepsi Meza-Caballo, in prison for the rest of her life. Okay, and there's a whole story behind that. So, in my next video, I want you to follow this and listen to this story. I've offered polygraphs. I took a 4-hour depo with a judge. The judge over Janepsi's case, who is an ex-prosecutor right there in the same office with Abby Rifkin, the corrupt bitch that she is. Okay, you fat, corrupt bitch. Okay, I just want you to know, God damn, you've gotten fat. So, that story is coming up next. Follow me, America, because I'm telling the truth, and I'm offering a polygraph test, and I'm offering to take one right along with them, because I'm telling the truth, you little fucking bastards. I'm tired of you sending the fucking cops to my door to let the whole neighborhood, they serve papers in the middle of the street, America, to let the whole neighborhood know that I was a convicted felon. I got kicked out. Remember that Detective Bisson? Do you remember that? Do you remember